guys, welcome back to your Callfluent AI dashboard. This is Alex again, and now that we have our first agent created, we are ready to start sending data to this agent. So you will notice that this is an outbound agent, so you will actually be able to send data to it. But if you are using an inbound agent, the only way to trigger calls for that inbound agent is to actually call your Twilio number, the Twilio number that you have attached to that agent. So once again, this is our agent. We have configured the agent in our previous videos. He's speaking English. We've selected one of our default voices in here, and we have added or left the template, the behavioral template we have selected. So we didn't change too much in here. And now what we want to look at is this page right here that's called API and Forms, which will allow us to actually connect our agent or send data to our agent in different ways and trigger calls by this agent to the data that we are going to send to it. So you will notice in here that we have two main options to send the data to this agent. The first one is the embed code that will actually embed a form just like this one on your website. And if I copy this, actually let me just use the copy button, and I go into my WordPress, I just created a new test page. So let's add an HTML element in here and paste the code, then publish the page, and then just click on view page and see exactly how this looks. Alright, this is my form. You can see it has the two fields I have in here, and if you want to add more fields, you can click on this add custom field button right here, but we will be covering this in our next video about actions, because there are quite a lot of things you can do with these fields, and I want to do a separate video just for those. So you can see I have my form in here. So all I have to do now, actually before you actually send data to the agent, you want to make sure first that your agent is working just fine, so you don't get any limitations from your 11 labs if you're using it, or from your Twilio account. So first of all, you want to do a test call in here, and if the call request was approved, and I can see I'm getting the phone call, let me just hang off. It looks all good, so I am now ready to come here and see if this works as well. So let's just add my number again and click on call me now, and it says success, and I'm getting the call. Let me just answer.
This is Sarah. How can I help you today?
Hey, can you tell me more about your services, please?
Thank you for reaching out. Our medical practice offers a range of services.
Alright, so it looks good. The data has been received by our agent, so that's one of the ways to trigger calls through the embedded form. And now if we go back to this API and Forms page, of course, one thing you can do here with the form that I should mention is that you can easily style it. Just add something like this, and then check for the styling. We left it pretty raw, so you can actually style it quite easily. So you just have to go with this class and then go input, and let's say you want to go with background. Let me just make it important because it may need to. And let's see if this changes anything. And there you go, the background is now white. So you can easily style it with some basic CSS. Just add the style above the embed code, and you should be good to style it really easy. If you need help with that, our support desk can help you with it. So reach out to us whenever you guys have questions. And now let's get back to our API and Forms integration page, where we will actually try to send data through our webhook endpoint that every agent has. So you can see it right here. And in order to send data to the agent through a webhook, you just have to do a post, a webhook post in a JSON output format with the fields mapped exactly as you see them right here. So in this case we only have two fields, so we will only be able to actually train the agent on the caller's name and phone number, which is of course required, because without this phone number the call won't trigger. And you want to look at these fields and see exactly what are the name of the fields, which are these right here. So you want to map your fields when sending data to send to this field name right here and to this one right here. So with that being said, let's just go to Zapier and create a new Zap and see exactly how we can send some data. Let me open my Google Sheet. Spreadsheets. Alright, let me just open a Google Sheet and let's try to send data from Google Spreadsheets to a webhook endpoint. Let's try to create our Zap. In the meanwhile, let's create a new spreadsheet as well. And in here, let's just give, actually we can leave it blank. Or no, let's just give it some data so we can test the trigger. Let's say Alex would be my name, and of course my phone number. What we can do is to add the country code in here, because that's required for Twilio to trigger a call, or we can just go without the plus and just enter the numbers like this in here, and we will add the country code or the plus inside the action itself. So there you go, we are adding the trigger and the action for this. And let's click on the Google spreadsheet trigger and set up exactly how this data will be triggered, or the post will be triggered to our webhook. Let's go ahead and select an account. Let me just I think I have to clear selection and try to account. I have to change my account, which is this one right here. Then continue. Select the spreadsheet which I've just created now. The worksheet should be like the default, and then the trigger column is any column, doesn't matter. So let's go ahead. Let's see if the trigger works, if it can find any data in my Google spreadsheet, the one I've just created, and if we can continue to the next step. Let me just try to paste this again, because I think we need a new column in here. Yep, so no spreadsheet row found. Let's try again. Alright, so I think we didn't select the correct spreadsheet. This is the one, untitled. Let me just give it a name, Zapier Alex onboarding test. Let's just refresh the results and go ahead with this one, refresh results. And then any column, spreadsheet. Okay, so I can see the data right now in here. And what we can do now is to continue with the selected record and just go to the actual action that will post this information to our agent. So let's go and continue. And this is where we actually connect this action with our Callfluent AI agent. In this first field, we will have to add our webhook endpoint from the agent, which is this one right here. Just copy it, add it inside your Zapier webhook action, Then one very important thing to pay attention to is this payload type, because our agents only accept JSON payload, so you will have to come here and make sure you select JSON. Then in here you will actually have to start mapping the fields. So if you want to send both of these columns to your agent, you will need two fields in there, one for the name and one for the phone number. So you want to click on plus, and in here you want to make sure you map the fields according to your agent field name. So for the name one, you want to send the data as name, so you want to copy this field name in here as data, and then you want to select exactly which part of your spreadsheet should go in this field. In our case is the name, which is this one right here, and then go to the next one and select the phone number field name, which is this one right here. You see it says field name phone number. Select it in the next field name and then assign the data to this field. So since we haven't added the plus in here, in the phone number, you will have to go ahead and add a plus right in front of it, inside this action. And then right here at the bottom you can leave everything else as they are and just click on continue. You will notice that it will actually give you an example of the payload type and exactly how it will look. So you want to make sure the payload type is JSON, the URL matches the webhook endpoint of your agent, and then the names of the fields are exactly as in your CallFluent agent. Now we can go ahead and click on test, and it says call in progress, and I can hear the call coming in, so let me answer.
Hey, this is Sarah. How can I help you today?
Hey, I'm interested in your services. Can we book a meeting?
Thank you for calling Medical Practice Name. This is Sam. How may I assist you today?
Alright, so all works well. So now we have a Zapier that's automatically pushing data or pushing calls to our webhook endpoint inside CallFluent AI. And it's not that complicated. As you can see, you can easily send data to this webhook from pretty much any other type of JSON post if you follow these details in here. With that being said, I think that's all about the API and forms page. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you and have a nice day.